All of you who are ordained, all of you who are destined to perform wonders, I welcome all of you. Now, I will present you to Chukwukika Biama in heaven. Therefore, our Father who resideth in heavens above, looking down upon the pain and the suffering of your children, as was foretold by those who has gone before us, that a day will come when the world will gang up, when all the children of darkness will congregate to prevail against your children. That time is now. We are in pain. We are in so much suffering that man cannot begin to comprehend it. We ask for your mercy. We ask for you to come and present and provide a way where there is none. We ask you, Chukwukika Biama, if we came amaranime ndumuginime the IPOB, nebeni nebi chiche, ruebeni ne owasotur, kiite magi ne belegi bit obaso ha, upesi le kendo ha. Okwasu sweli igwe. We call upon you this evening. The vultures are congregating, the saboteurs are rising up. We are beginning to identify them, and we are dealing with them. We ask you to give us the strength. We ask you for courage. We ask you for every ounce of determination and resoluteness. Make us as hard as steel, as only you can do. Baptize us in your word, in your knowledge, in your truthfulness, and in your strength. Make it impossible for our enemies to come close to us. Destroy them before they come very close. We will be tempted, of course. Our defenses will be tried without a shadow of a doubt. Sometimes there may be breaches, but in the end we prevail, because that is your word and that is your promise. This evening we hold on resolutely to that very command of yours. Your own spoken word. The word that you gave to your children when you said to them that they should not worship any idol, they should not bow before any graven image. We have made mistakes in our lives. We have bowed before European idols. We have done everything but worship you in truth and honesty. But now, having realized the errors of our ways, we present ourselves before you, that you may do with us as you please. So it was prayed thousands of years ago. That same prayer will re-echo, because we are nothing without you. We are nothing without you. We can have the best defenses in the whole world. We can procure the finest anti-jamming equipment available. But it is you that will defend your inheritance. You will defend Biafra. You know that we are honest and truthful people. You know that we preach this gospel in the knowledge that your children must be free in the land of the living, that they may go back and worship you in Zion as they have done thousands of years ago. This is our prayer now and always, because we are your children. You can't abandon us to the forces of evil and darkness. That is not your will, and it can never be. That is why today, tomorrow, and always, as you have called us to undertake this very monumental and epic task, as you have determined that your word must be preached in the land, that very land you gave to our ancestors thousands of years ago, so shall it be done in our lifetime. Allow us to be worthy to serve thee. Chukwa Biama, allow us to be considered worthy to serve you. You know we speak the truth.
One shot. The so make them know what's up. Bad politician.
Country where we deal, Niger then too body. Politicians then too body. Our leaders then too body. All we need is Biafra. Economics not function. They do things in a one. things so he don't tumble. Still dey fumble. Now the reality. Go west you go say things, so go north you go say things, come east you go say things. Bomb blasts everywhere, killings everywhere, Boko Haram everywhere, herdsmen everywhere. No be the one you see, what of the one you no see? Then too body, politicians then too body, our leaders then too body. You go see politicians, then go carry our money, then go carry am to Britain, some go carry am to Dubai, then go dey buy, then dey buy. Papa, go di koko, di papa. If they wan build their campaign, then go build them for them. Then go employ Onyacha go dey work o, Onyacha go rob us o. We go dey there dey roast o. Dem think say we no know, dem think say we no know, dem think say we no know, dem think say we no know. Wetin dey go on for country Naija? Dem too body, politicians dem too body. They are there for their own self-interest. They are not there for our interest. Road in all day, education in all day, healthcare in all day, seaport in all day, airport in all day, NEPA no dey bring light, still dey bring beat. All the coastal region stand up for Biafra. Politicians then too body, politicians then too body. When them rasobia, mo wana sobia, yawe rasobia, mo wana sobia. Nnamdi Kanu, yake enyeso, Biafra ka enyicho, yake enyeso. Difference is clear o. Lifestyle is clear o. Let's be sincere o. Let's be sincere o. Then too body, politicians then too body, our leaders then too body. Hello, this music is dedicated to IPOB all over the world. From Anyama province, Biafra land. Please give us hope and grace. Different days shall be our dedication. Singing abroad will cause a privilege. The wave is gone, and we memories of fleet shall not rest of life of liberty.
Biafra's Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please. There's nothing we can do without you. It's only you that will save my life. Chukwu and Biafra, you are the one to give us Biafra. We pray, oh God, save the lost. We are your children, save our lives.
We are like sheep has gone astray. Restore our land and heal our hearts.
Save my life.
Save my life.
Chukwu
Almighty Father. We are begging you, please.
Same thing, living here in the zoo. You up them and set us free. We are begging you.
See my papers, they are crying. You up them and we are dying. Save our love, we beg you, Lord.
Tears in my eyes, every day I dey cry. Nothing else I'm asking for, Lord, give me back all I got. We need a better picture, a better future, a better future, the Lord.
Freedom, peace, what we want, nothing more, nothing less. We are tired of the zoo and their wickedness.
Save my life, Papa.
Give us Biafra.
We are begging you, please. We are begging you, please.
When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe.
Father, Lord, we lift up our hands to the air now. You want to take all the glory and greatness. Send your son to give the life. Send your innocent people.
Give us Biafra. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
Alele bukom, iwe webukom, obia bawakom, ndio chichi
I
baby.
know you can feel our anguish, but don't let us perish in the hands of our enemies.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Mefo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. He is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Kano, the Prince of Afali Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people
for almost 60 years now. He is from Onye, Abia State, Biafra land. And by the special grace of Chukwukika Abiyama, I remain George ONYIBE. I am from Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, we must move ahead to acknowledge the Creator, Chukwukika Abiyama, the one who sits in heaven and preside over the affair of man. And in my humble way this morning, I say to him as always, Onye na-aja mao, n'ihi na ị mara mma ịhụnanya anyị na-agị obiọma gị o juru anyị anya dadị o inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dị onye dịka gị ebu Alfa na Omega anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o isi. And of course, at this moment, we shall go ahead to our topic this morning, which is simply titled, A Man's Greatest Enemy is Member of His Household. This could also be referred to as a nation's greatest enemy is member of his own nation. This principle governs the world. They never change. All the people, what matters is the application of this truth. The Bible says that a man's enemy, his greatest enemy, will be members of his household. Just like every other principle that governs the world, they never change. But their application does. A lot of things has been happening to us as a people. And sometimes we pretend as if we do not understand what is going on. It beats our imagination, even to the extent that we support the evil attack against us. Our people must understand how things work. Today here we are talking about Biafra. Well, who stopped Biafra before now? Why did Biafra stop? Who are the enemies of Biafra? What do they want? Who sent them? A man's own enemy is member of his household. And it is very important that our people begin to understand this truth. The battle has just begun, and a lot of issues will come up. A lot of blackmail will accompany what we do. Of course, a lot of attack has been against us as a people. When I see any man with a very strong argument telling me about Biafra, why we should or why we should not, I begin to ask question. Does it mean over 10 million of our people who died because of Biafra died justly? Does it mean we really don't know what we want or who we are? But this morning, I want us to look at who these people really are. And we must harden ourselves against all of them. Or else, let us get ready to suffer all over again from the start. Inasmuch as we are pointing out to the enemy outside, what about the enemy within? But inasmuch as we identify them, who do they represent? And maybe it's going to shock you this morning.
And we are already converted. So even without his preaching, President Buhari belonged to this altar. But our problem is we have never been supported by Mr. President. Anytime he has a problem, the ministry carries him to the utmost part of the sky, spiritually. But zero benefit. Even in Islamic culture, ingratitude can pull somebody down. We are here. Here was a big forest when we came in. Because of Buhari, because we supported him, we were chased out. These things you are seeing, we are building this by ourselves. No one person has been employed by Buhari after Father Mbaka almost died and rose for his sake. Madam, the issue of supporting Buhari. If you were here when we are speaking to P2B representing Atiku, how I wish you were here. I know that Obi went out here almost disgraced. So, supporting Buhari is almost becoming a curse. It's no longer a blessing. We won't tell you that we will not support him. Even if not for his sake, for the sake of his good wife. She has been sending some little charity articles, food items we give to the poor. But this ministry must be built. For his sake, I was almost being assassinated because we stood for him. APC was down till the prophecy came up here that Buhari is going to be the president. And after that, we were forgotten and abandoned. We are delaying that Atiku will come and see me because I want to know what we can do that will not be put to shame by supporting somebody that God has not approved. I will give you the microphone. Listen, Governor. You know, when you were speaking about Igbo people in Kano, this is all we know. We have been supporting you people. If you know what this ministry is passing through, because we are supporting Buhari, and the attackers are waiting to hear me say that I'm supporting him again, and the attack will start, and the Buhari will remain in his asshole rock, being somebody who cannot give money. What does that mean? All the people they are giving allocation, what qualification do they have that we don't have? Who among them have done for him what we are doing for him? Not what we have done, what we are doing for him. It's because of this Buhari that we have told people to be all this rubbish he had today. And I want to tell you, if Buhari will remain ungrateful to this ministry, he is going nowhere.
Mbaka is supposedly a Biafran Igbo man. Mbaka lamented that he fought to empower Buhari because he controlled the mind of the people by saying God say. The same way he said God say, and they remove Imo State governor. Mbaka is crying for people to build his church. Mbaka said that he disgraced Peter Obi. But I want you to notice that Peter Obi came to Mbaka to repent Atiku, our sermon. Mbaka is telling you what they want. A man's enemy, a man's greatest enemy, is a member of his household. There is something I want us to understand. Mbaka fought vigorously for Buhari when Buhari was alive against his own people. Something is wrong somewhere. We will get there.
The one that supported him, what is holding him is spiritual. How many times had he died almost? And he should not take it for granted that he's now healthy. Anything can happen and his health will collapse. Atiku is waiting for him somewhere. And the only thing that can stop Atiku is spiritual. So, you people should go and come back. You should not take us for granted. I am speaking with spiritual mandates. Even if people don't want to do something for us, look at the poor masses that almost died for you people. Not even a broom job is given to anybody. How can I speak to them again to support? All of them love Buhari, but they have been abandoned by the same Buhari. So, I am asking you, if you can save even the image of this, our brother who wants to be the governor, If you listen, the moment he said he wanted to be the governor, people started shouting, no. Can you sense it? Because they felt hot. This is, you have not seen the adoration people. These are people who came for the bazaar. If you come in any of our crusades, or come here, send somebody 31st night, December. You will know the capacity of the people grieved. Our loyalty, our support for Buhari is not debatable. But the way he has paid back to us is dangerous and cancerous and destructive and can pull any leader down. That is why if we now stop supporting Uguay and start supporting this man, he doesn't need to spend one kobo to win. But as of now, the whole Enugu, forget about those who are deceiving him. So, I want you to help clean the image. It's a culture of ingratitude. And I don't want that to continue. Like now you have come, when you go, tell him, so Friday they will invite me in Abuja, I will come and stay for 1 week and come back. Nobody will see me. I will call and call and call. And even when we see him, listen, if I tell you the level of fasting and prayers that are generated from this ministry, for Buhari's health, for its continuity, if there is time, I will take you to where I was living. Because of this Buhari, I am in this bush. Can the federal government take this minister as a project? What will it lose from their pocket? A ministry that will back them spiritually and they will go forward. So when you go, you organize your people.
When Mbaka cries for Buhari to take his ministry forward, why can't Mbaka pray for God, adoration ministry pray for God to alleviate the plight of the people of Biafra? Mbaka is just one of them. There are many of them there. And the Biafran people have the right to know where their problem is coming from. These people will not exist. They will not see the light of another day, except there is a Yoruba man and Hausa man sending them. A man's greatest enemy will be member of his household. Most of them are very close to our leader. Most of them are very close to our leader. But we have to be far from him because we are watching all of you. I want you to take time and listen to what Mbaka is saying, crying to governor of Kano State, how they are fighting to empower Buhari. But who is Buhari? What is the relationship of late Buhari with the people of Biafra? What lead Mbaka to so passionately be praying for Buhari, PDP or APC, and before his very eyes, many reverend fathers were slaughtered down in Enugu. Before his presence, many Enugu people, Nimbo people were massacred before his presence. And look at how he cried. Look at how he complained to Kano State Governor right there in Enugu.
Tell them that the man called Mordecai has not been rewarded. Therefore, the king will never have rest. You know, Jonathan thought with all the things he had as a president that he will win. Jonathan is on this side. He's my brother, my friend. But he was alive and I told him he will not win. He should resign honorably or he will be disgraced publicly. That Buhari is taking the chair. If it is a place where things work well, the moment Buhari climbs to that chair, he will come here. What does it take him? One morning flight, he comes here and thank the minister that made him who he is. Then he can fly back.
Mbaka told Goodluck Ibiri Jonathan. Mbaka told Goodluck Ibiri Jonathan to go home. That chair is not for him, or he will be disgraced. Pastor Enoch Adeboye Kumuyi told Goodluck Jonathan to go home, that he will be disgraced. Barack Obama, President of America, said to Goodluck, go home or you'll be disgraced, or you'll be hunted down like animal. What is really going on here? A man's greatest enemy is member of his household. I just want us to understand few things this morning. And any idiot telling you to praise anybody, tell that person is an idiot. You think it's about Mbaka? You think it's about all this saboteur? They will always be there. But our concern should be who sent them, who is planting them. Mbaka is disappointed. He wept bitterly because Fulani will never fulfill their own part of the bargain. His own percentage have been denied him, and so he wept.
So it's not a matter of breaking color with anything and we should announce silently. They will still know because it will be in the record. Please, what I will try to tell my people here, when you go to an imam, and an imam hides his feeling and tells you the lies you want to hear, he should be cursed by Allah. What I'm telling you is not even up to the level we are feeling. All those who supported Buhari are living in hunger. All who supported him are abandoned. All are unrewarded. I don't say we will not support him, but hear this message and tell him, if he will not change, he will be changed. You have to tell him the truth and God will save him. Allah will save him. The people around him are not helping matters. Buhari is a good man. So when you go, you see the young man that is being held there. He wanted to come and take the microphone away, that people are not helping matters. People are holding him. And people are not, they're not happy. Hunger brings anger. So, if you can arrange for a time, he can come here. He may not know what this ministry stands for. This is the gum that can unite many things for you people. And God will bless you. So thank you for coming.
And that is how they keep deceiving us. And that is what they keep doing. If Mbaka is this powerful and asks a question and said that he can remove any governor, he can remove any president, the question is, who is empowering Mbaka? Because they pick these people out. They bring them closer to us. They push them. They say great words. And you will not see them. Mbaka is just a simple man. When they take all at one eye, Mbaka will disappear and it will assume as if he never existed. But that will not bring the end of our problem. Who sent Mbaka? Who sent Nyanwodo? Who is empowering Fulani to kill us and walk away freely? Who is empowering Yoruba to deceive us? Nobody is stupid today. No Biafran is stupid. Who is behind all these things? They are right there inside our home. And Jesus said, a man's worst enemy will be member of his household. To stop these people, we must find out who they are. We must find out who they are befriending. We must find out what their interest is. If we are able to find out all this truth, and then we can stop all of them. Who sent him to come back? What is their interest? Who sent Nyanwodo? What is their interest? That is why in the business of freedom fighting or leading revolution, everybody is a suspect. Everybody is a suspect. Our people has to open their eye. The battle we are involved in, it's not to come and talk, come and misbehave. You must know who they are. And that is the only time we can stop them. Jesus had 12 disciples. One of them is Judas. But it will amuse you that if you follow historians who wrote about Bible, it is said that Judas has the closest relationship with Jesus. Judas has dreamed all his life to work with a firm that is famous. He was an accountant, a scholar, and working with Jesus was the greatest dream accomplished of Judas. He was faithful. They took advantage of Judas. The Sanhedrin, they took advantage of him, but he thought he was smart. Very smart. He thought he would collect money and betray Jesus, and then all the pain will go away. But Jesus died. Jesus died because of Judas. But what is the end of Judah? I want you to go back and find out the people that led the death of Muammar Gaddafi. It was people closer to him. I want you to go and look at the issue of Chancellor. It was people closer to him. I want you to go back and look at the history of Nkrumah of Ghana. It were people closer to him. Do you know Nelson Mandela mechanic have to set up his son and killed only Nelson Mandela's son by motor accident? Who is sending these people? Do you know that Malcolm S. Luther King survived assassination several times? One of which he was stabbed in the chest by supposedly somebody, a black woman. He narrowly escaped death. Do you know Martin Luther King did not die as a result of the gun bullet that was shot at him? That FBI know what killed him? Do you know that the Biafra we seek for today, that these same people are everywhere? Some come as a friend of our leader. Some come as a friend of our people. Some are there as a friend of our politician. Some are there as our friend, friends of IPOB. But do you know how you know them? They will never identify with you in your struggle openly. They go by the corner and paint you very beautifully, but they are never with you. Most of them are on Facebook today. They are preaching vigorously for Biafra restoration. But the true risk to take for Biafra restoration, they are not coming there. A man's enemy will be members of his own family. Who are these people? Who sent them? Who is paying the brunt? What is at stake? Jesus has to be killed because he was spoiling the business of the religious leader of the day. Nkrumah of Ghana have to be killed because he wants to develop Africa. A Pan-African panelist, the founders of the African Union Organization and the rest of it. It will spoil British government, their business. How could Gaddafi want to unite Africa? He has to die. How could Nelson Mandela want to chase out the children of terrorists from Africa? He has to die. And how could Mazi remove the food from Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani? Then they have to stop him. Who are these people? They sit back and they watch us. They program us and they want to demoralize us. They want to distract us. And you can't see where they are coming from. Every interest as far as this struggle is concerned are useless. And not until Biafra become all we breathe, all we eat, all we sleep, all we live for, and all we are willing to die for, these people will keep defending us. What is the interest of Yoruba in one Nigeria? What is the interest of Fulani in one Nigeria? What is the interest of Hausa in one Nigeria? And then we will understand the interest of British government in one Nigeria. And any country that gathered against Biafra, find out what their interest is. And you as a Biafra, what is your interest? A man's enemy. A man's enemy. All of us are suspects until Biafra is delivered. Biafrans across the globe, watch very closely. Anybody coming to say, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is my uncle, he's my brother, he's formidable, I sleep with him, I romance with him, all of them are evil. Because our duty should be to defend him. Because defending him is defending Biafra. Don't you people get it? Don't you people get it? What are we here to do? Why is it these people are constantly being recruited and planted in our midst? First, who is the real enemy? Is it Judas or the members of the Sanhedrin? Who is the real enemy? Is it Mbaka or the people sending Mbaka? Is it in Nyanwodu or the people sending in Nyanwodu? They play with our mind. They will say, Mbaka, these people are Christian. Tell them God said, and Mbaka will say, God said, and you will agree and applaud Mbaka that he's a man of dog. Rightfully, he is a man of dog. The enemy is who sent him. It is getting dangerous on daily basis. It is getting tougher on daily basis if you are not able to see beyond this scope. And then we are all gone as a people. How many years we have been crying for the same thing? We have pushed for revolution. We have died for freedom. More than many countries who have gotten freedom. And who are those people who said our voice will not be heard? Who are those people who are trying to blackmail us and say we do not have the right, the reason why we are seeing what we are seeing, doing what we are doing? And then maybe you begin to understand why every one of us must be vigilant. Why every one of us must monitor them. Why every one of us must be ready for what is about to come. They know how to play this game. Today now, you think Omotekun is the issue? Look very closely. They are building railway line from Lagos to Yoruba land to Fulani land outside Nigeria. And they are using Chibuka Amechi. They are building railway from Hausa land to Fulani land outside Nigeria. All thanks to Chibuka Amechi. But here in Biafra land, they are crippling us. Who is the real enemy? Who is the real enemy of the people? Who are we supposed to be afraid of?
One family. IPOB. One family. IPOB. Legal.
For there is a time for everything under the sun. A time for bondage and a time for freedom. A time to die and a time to live. With great sorrows and pain in our hearts, the IPOB UK family calls for a total gathering of the indigenous people of Biafra in UK to offer condolences to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for the loss of his parents and the parents of the Biafran people. His Royal Majesty late Israel and Ugese Sali Kanu, who died as a result of the pursuit for freedom for the Biafra people. Biafrans all over the United Kingdom and beyond, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom, you are called upon to join the IPOB UK family as one family to mourn and offer service of songs on behalf of our late departed beloved heroic parents. Date, Saturday 25th January 2020. Venue, number 16 Burridge Road, Woolwich, London, SE 187LH. Time, 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. Signed, the UK National Coordinator, Dr. Justice Okachi Lois. This information is coming to you from the IPOB All State Media Desk, led by Mrs. Obi Mboma, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ikenwa Jako, announcer.
Don't let anybody deceive you. The house of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be invaded, except there is Okezie Ekpazo But the question is, who sent Ukizie Ekpazo? This morning, let us tell ourselves the little truth. Our lines are open now. Who are the internal enemies of Biafra? Let us send the message across to them so that they know that we know what they are doing. But the person that sent them, they will be long gone and the person will be alive. Who are the enemy of Biafra? Who are these enemies of our people? If we do not stop them, they will stop all of us. If we do not send a direct message to them, they will get the best of us. And Jesus said to Judas, whatever you have to do, do it quickly. Saboteurs, everybody gathered against IPOB. Whatever you have to do, do it quickly. I said this morning our lines are open. Will you call anybody you see as internal enemy, any movement they are making as internal enemy against the Biafran people? Send a message across to them. You are a member of, you are a Biafran, and you are running from IPOB, the only platform that will save you. May the Lord be with you. But you have been looking for how to join IPOB. Send us your name, your phone number, and your location. Nobody who has toyed with our life will go free. In as much as we look at this enemy, what are their interests? Who sent them? Our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. And of course, caller on the WhatsApp. Are you there?
Good morning, my Reverend Dr. Professor George Onyibe.
Good morning, Mazi.
May the Creator of heaven and earth bless you. Bless your family. My name is Iron Man Biafra. I am from Amacha in Njaba, local government area in Olopis. Onyibe, I am very, very grateful for you. More especially yesterday program, how you challenge our so-called the guy that speak to you second to the last. I thank you as you protect the image of their friends. Because of one person or two people, we can never ever again to sell our image to any other tribe in the Zoom, so-called Zoom called Nigeria. I am a listener of Radio Biafra morning, night, evening, but I am not good in calling. I am what I believe is in action. I don't believe in calling every platform. So what my point this morning is, yesterday or day before yesterday, Mazi Ikechukwono had discussed about BBC, BSS, whether we can bring it back. There is no need of talking that. What I believe is, let the administration tell us what it will take. We do it immediately. If to bring the Omenala money back, we want them to give us what it will take to start this thing, not to be coming radio here, to be talking. What we believe is, make them give us what we will do. Tax us, we are ready. This is what I want to say this morning.
Yes, you have said well. You have said well.
May the Most High God bless our leader. Bless Uchema for bless you for me. That I always immediately wake up. Iron Man Biafra, we wake up with you. If you are going bed late, Iron Man from Amacha in Njaba or local government, we go late for you. I am listening what you are saying, but I'm not good in calling. Here in Birmingham, UK, believe me, the people living in, after London, Biafrans are living in Birmingham here, is the second largest Biafrans. In our meeting here, I am trying my best to see that everything works in our own favor. So we, IPOB West Midland here, we are trying our best. We are formidable. We are waiting to give us what it takes to form this BSS, not to be talking. Tell people, tell the organization, what are we going to do? There's no time waste. Please, may the Most High God bless you. Thank you very much and keep it on.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We must continue. Caller on the line. Good morning from you.
Bless all IPOB members. My name is Ginita. I'm calling from Enugu province of Biafra land. Bless our leader and our deputy leader and keep protecting him from all inside and outside enemies, from those who send and from those who answer the enemies and do their evil biddings. Protect you too. And here in Biafra land, in that Urugudu, and you are there, telling us all these things and helping us to understand who we are and what we ought to do. May Chukwu bless you. I want to say our enemy is not far from us. Our enemy is Fulani, number 1, Hausa, number 2, Yoruba, number 3, and Britain is their chief. That is who our enemy is. And with the help of Chukwuka Abiyama, sometimes you say things, I don't know. Whenever all of you that anchoring on Radio Biafra, including our leader, whenever you say things, you may not understand everything we said there in that studio, but we understand all of them. You say that the world is on trial because of Biafra. Don't forget it. They are on trial. And trial is somebody that will be hanged very soon. If they do not take care, they will be hanged, they will be killed, they will die on that trial. You say the world is on trial only because of this tiny Biafra. So they will not go away on their trial unless they repent. Kabila will not save them on this trial unless they repent. Unless Fulani, Hausa, Yoruba, return their chief, repent, and do the good thing, and do the things that Kabila requires from their hand. They will all die in this their trial. They will all die in this their trial because of Biafra. So many people have entered problems because of Biafra. So many families have entered courts, forever courts, because of Biafra. So many men have used their mouth and said things that will kill their next 4 generations because of Biafra. So many have caused their life because of Biafra. So many have done so many evil because of Biafra. So many IPOB members have caused themselves forever because of Biafra. So many women among us have caused their life because of Biafra. So many have done one thing or the other because of Biafra. And so many uncountable have stand firm because of Biafra. May Chukwu pay everyone according to their work. May Chukwu pay Britain according to their work. May Chukwu pay every saboteur in their land according to their work. May Chukwu pay everyone in IPOB according to their work. There are those who out of ignorance have caused themselves trouble inside the IPOB. that will tell you something. Don't say. He is because he's your neighbor, he's your good neighbor. He goes to church very well. You go and vomit our secret to the person. You have caused yourself. You caused your trouble. May Chukwuka Biama help those ignorant ones and draw them back. Or join and receive their evil deed. Chukwuka Biama will pay everyone according to their work. Because the time of payment has come, that we start receiving it from Father Mbaka to Anazende Onye, to all the Southeast governors, to every member of IPOB that said that what we are doing will not go straight, and we will never achieve what we came for. And those that are not in IPOB making their mouth, talking rubbish everywhere in the street, in the market, in the offices. The AK Keruwa pay every one of us according to our work. I told them that Biafra is the kingdom of God on earth, and everyone will receive their reward. It's coming. Should be open, and another book will be open,
very much,
and everyone will receive their reward. Thank you, my Lord. May you Keruwa bless.
Our people must understand the truth. What is their interest? Who planted these cabals? Who planted this representative? What is their interest? What are they looking for? What is their agenda? If you do not watch out closely, you will understand. I am more comfortable with Adeyinka's useless son more than any Yoruba man, because I know he's an idiot and I protect myself. I will not lay down my guide for anybody, because if Mbaka can come out and see such thing, then you may have to understand. Call on WhatsApp.
Good morning, Mazi ONYIBE.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Okay, my name is MDBC, calling from Qatar. Okay, and first of all, I really want to appreciate you for your good work. Believe me, I don't even know how. I just have to appreciate you guys, because you guys have really done a lot in my life. Even without meeting you one on one, I want to say that I'm a repented man. With the help of Radio Biafra. And then concerning your topic this morning, believe me, I think there's a lot we are fighting. Even like sometimes when I do go on Facebook, when I check on YouTube, I see a whole lot of people, trying to sabotage all the things that IPOB is doing. And then even the people around me here, when I try to talk to them about what IPOB is all about, they'll be like, easy, must it be everybody that will come into IPOB? Must it be? I said, my friend, does it mean that you guys don't just understand what is going on? Does it mean that you guys are not seeing? Does it mean that you guys are just blind? And then I keep getting confused. Do you understand? But all the same, I must not relent and all that, because I know, this is an ordained fight that God has destined, that we must win this fight. It's a fight that we must win, and we're winning it. I so much appreciate our leader, Mazi Namdekano, for keep giving us the hope that Biafra is here, and for real, Biafra is here. I want to appreciate you guys for your good job, and I pray that God will keep giving you the strength that you deserve, and He will keep protecting you, because I know you are right there in the zoo, and I know how risky it is, you walking around and all that. I pray that nothing will happen to you, and then God will keep guiding MNK as well in the mighty name of Chukwuka Biama. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. We must continue. Our brother called and said, we want action. That is the spirit. If today anybody is waiting for BSS to defend our land, that you are not a BSS already. If today you are not a volunteer, you are a Biafran, you are not a combatant ready individual. Don't worry, these people will make a feast out of you. If you are a Biafran, you are not a combatant individual at this moment. You are here in Biafra land. They will feast on your carcass. And they will justify the reason why they will have to kill you. Don't let anybody deceive you. There are people of interest. They want us dead. They plan the cabal all around us. They have their representative all around us. The question is, are we going to allow them? Call out the line, your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling for you, okay?
Go ahead, please. And I will advise you to stop listening to your radio.
Okay. Hello, my name is Moses, calling for Igbocha. I still met your brother for Delta State, Urubu. Precisely. So I'm calling on the behalf of Akwajo people. So I want everybody in Akwajo to move ahead with this struggle. We are one family. That's why, I like I said before we came, there's no one like us. After we have gone, there can never be like us. We came out for this struggle, we Urubu people. We are part of this struggle. For time to time, I've become this particular line. They have not been picking my call, but I thank God for today. The line went through. ONYIBE, may God bless you for what you are doing for us, the Biafran people. Bless our leader, Mazi and the Carlo, and Uchemefo, and the rest of the principal officers that are working out seriously. I still remain your brother for Delta State, Urubu, precisely. I say in Zone 1. May God bless everybody that is working out seriously for this Biafra struggle in the mighty name of Kiabemasi, I pray.
You say. Thank you very much. We must continue. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, man, ONYIBE. Good morning, sir.
And good morning from here.
Yes, bless you. Bless our leader. Bless our deputy leader. Bless all Biafrans. My name is Amarachozi. I am from Umokane Haji Bima. ONYIBE, my mind is boiling. Boiling. Let me repeat myself. These bastards, this you hope of them, Mbaka, all of them must go.
There are many idiots like that. There are many idiots like that. They must go down. Somebody said all of them. They are looking for something.
That somebody, we must remove these people first. They must go down. Because if we leave these people, these people, my dear, there's problem with us. We have to remove these people out of the way immediately. These saboteurs, these idiots, I don't know what I will call these people. If we ever leave these people, I'm telling you, problem every day. We have to remove these people out of the way and move on and face the real enemies. But these people, if we ever leave these people there, there's a problem with us. So we have to remove these people out of the way. Come on, the delay is dangerous. So we have to remove these people. And from Yorubas, man, ONYIBE, on Sunday, I know la church I say only black Nigerian. There's a lady in my corner. I said, if you pray that prayer, I said, give me a don't fire you. The lady like me say, give me I will slap you. Oh, say my sister, please, I will not pray. I said, if you pray that prayer, turn the fire you all your pastors.
And the truth is that anybody praying for one Nigeria, their children will be like one Nigeria, their family will be like one Nigeria, everything about them will be like one Nigeria.
I was angry that Sunday. I said, if you open your mouth and pray that prayer, I turn the fire you. That lady said that. I'm going to thank you. I said, thank you for what? Are you not a Biafra?
Be praying for what is killing us? How can we be praying for what is killing us?
Yoruba people, if the man in a church,
I know. When Biafra come, I will build a temple dedicated to Adeyinka great grandson. Somebody should tell Adeyinka grandson that I love him very well. He's the only Yoruba person that has come out and expressed how Yoruba feel about Igbo man. He's not a hypocrite.
These people
I will write a post to honor Adinka grandson today.
That church. Onye Igbo wu the elder na church na onye Igbo mere ndị Igbo na-esizi that rank na-aga. Imagine ndị Yoruba mere ha bụchite church na agbafu na-aga their own church. Na-aga their own church because
you said you cannot prosper in a church, Pastor by Igbo. Yoruba have a parable that say they will not prosper in a church, Pastor by Igbo, and so they cannot worship under you.
These people hate us. These people hate us. I know them. I know them very well. Only person Yoruba. Yoruba is our problem. They are our enemies.
And Juju is working on some of us already.
God, my dear Machuku Kabiyama, bless you and bless our leader, bless all Biafra. Thank you very much.
We must
continue. Bye, my dear.
Now we walk closer on the higher way. Through the darkest night, will you hold my hands? Yahweh, guide our way. Oh, you mourn with us and you dance with us, for our hearts of heart is bound to you. Though we walk through the valley slow, we will fear no evil. By thy water still our soul, our heart will trust in you. People must understand. People don't understand what you are doing here. It may not mean something to you, but one day you'll be glad a day like this came. Over 200 years, they twist your brain. You don't have sense again. Look at all the Biafran calling themselves intellectual. Common sense, they don't have it. Radio Biafra is here to wake you up from the matrix. We will unplug you from the matrix, and then you will understand. Some are emo state now. Oh yes, also the job, but you will not understand what are their interests. Oh, we prayed to God. Oh, he answered Mbaka. Oh, no, Buhari wife is virtual woman, but Mbaka mother is a whore. Mbaka mother is a prostitute. Buhari wife is more honorable than Mbaka mother. I never had Mbaka praise any Igbo woman, because Mbaka believed that all the Igbo women are prostitute. But Buhari wife is honorable wife, Sarah. Who sent them? And I don't get sense. The day we come here and start romancing one Nigeria, that day all of us are gone as a people. We are here to register our displeasure against one Nigeria. You people don't know this sense. For over 60 years, Nigeria's social media platform is dedicated in destroying the Igbo man. And then the little platform we have, some people want to leak a bomb here. I don't leak anybody bomb. You have the power to stop me from broadcasting. Stop me. Let us go back and begin to pray as we were praying before. We prayed for a day like this. When are we going to respond to these people? We are still praying for a day to come. So we shoot this shooting so that our body will come down. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Mazi, ONYIBE, I greet you this morning.
Good morning, Mazi. Go ahead, please.
Yes, thank you. And this is Okwago calling from the bottom of the top of the world, Scandinavia. Mazi, hope I'm coming out clearly.
Loud and clear, the world is listening to you.
Yes, the past few days listening to you has been electric. You know, has been very, very powerful. And if our people will understand that there's a way, you know, the Almighty uses you to weaponize our people. Weaponize them, you know, and we know the weapons of warfare, you know, are not carnal. So, and yeah, yesterday I was in your presence yesterday, you know, and it's always, you know, it always energizes me to be in your presence. You were talking about, you know, how the Father transfers
blessing to
knowledge and, you know, blessings, yeah, blessings for the Son. And as you were talking about that, something was talking to me, you know, because that's the best weapon anybody can ever have, you know, blessing, knowledge, and spirit transferred
in
from
this life.
Father,
in this life, only one person wants you to be better than them. Only one person. Only one person wants you to be better than them. That is your parents. And above all, your father. Every other person, oh, we are happy for us. It's a lie. It's a lie. And if that man who by nature wants you to prosper don't bless you, who do you think will bless you? Yoruba pastors. Yoruba pastor.
Very true.
Go ahead and sorry for interrupting you.
That's okay, Mazi. And I also want to say that, your emotions are electric. You don't owe anybody no apology, and just keep on weaponizing us, the youths, because we are the only ones that can do it for ourselves. So as you were talking about that topic yesterday, and somehow, somewhere, it is ancient history. Then we jumped into recent history, talking about, the Edo and the Benin, and so many things, were spoken, but I want my people to pick what is supposed to be picked up. I want the young men, in Biafra land, in Dokwan, I want them to understand that this is the massive weapon. Now, my father always does this, and when you spoke about that, that's when it clicked to me. My father never eats and finishes the food. So when I'm around, till today, no matter how old I am, he will call me to come and finish the rest of the food, from where, he ate it.
Because that is where the blessing lies. That is where the blessing lies.
So, and talking about, him washing his hand and you holding it, our young men should understand the power in that. And the very, very fast way to adopt that magic, because it is super magic, is to put your feet on the floor and earth it. Just like any electrical connection, it has to be earthed to the ground, for the currents to be able to flow. When you receive blessing from your father, try and put your feet on the floor. Don't wear shoes. Don't wear slippers. Let your feet be earthed on the floor. After he washes his hands, you imagine all the things that you want. Imagine prosperity. And as he washes his hands into the water, just know that everything you want is inside that water. You take that water and you wash your hands in it. Wash all the things you do not want in it before you pour it out and pour out all the things that you do not require. Mazi, ONYIBE, I have never tried this, but when you were speaking yesterday, something was telling me our people need to hear this, especially the young men in our land, so that they will be empowered. Because there is a certain power. Even sometimes your father can bless you in a way that your enemies can never see you. Your enemies can never see you. So camouflage or being incognito or being invisible is a power. It's a weapon. When your enemies cannot see you, they walk past you and you can take advantage of them. As we keep on weaponizing us, let the spirit of the universe keep on using you to show our young men that we can have a bright future. We can know the purpose, the reason why they hate us, why they don't want all the. It's a reason. It's not about can't, but the program has made us the way we are. So what we need to do is touch on all these weapons that Mazi ONYIBE, that the spirit is using to pass towards. Mazi ONYIBE, I appreciate you. I hope you are doing very, very okay, because it's not easy what you are doing.
Of course, God is
always. Yes, meditate and manifest good health. Meditate and always manifest healing. Meditate and always manifest strength in your life. I greet you, Mazi ONYIBE. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, my brother, Haji. Our matter has been concluded already. We know where we are coming from and we know where we are going to. And without apology, we will disseminate this information from the Creator to everybody alive. They will listen, they will obey, and they will show us respect in the end. This is our cross. We will carry it to the end. But we are making this clarion call, so those who are ignorant should repent and come back home. And those who think that they are hell-bent over their dead body, they will kill us, should dig their grave because they will die. Kirone. Caller on the WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, good morning.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
God bless you. This morning, I want to appreciate God. I want to sing to my God, and I want every IPOB, Biafra, true Biafra all over the world. If you can join me, let's sing this song as a song of resolution to take back our lands that God has given us. We are able to go up and take our nation, to possess our land from Igala to the sea. Those saboteurs may be on our way to hinder. God will surely give us Biafra, Biafrans. Only move on to the righteous side. Move on to the righteous side. Move on to the righteous side. Because Biafrans, move on to the righteous side. Move on to the righteous side. Move on to the righteous side of God. We are able to go up and take our nation, to possess our land from Idoma to the sea. Though the saboteurs may be on our way to hinder, God will surely give us Biafra, Biafrans. Only move on to the righteous side. Move on to the righteous side. Move on to the righteous side. Because Biafrans, move on to the righteous side. Move on to the righteous side. Move on to the righteous side with God. Hallelujah. I am going to read from the word of God because God has sent me into this project to bless his people. And anyone that is blessed, no matter the cost, can never land. These people are talking of spiritual power. Ali Wazo talk of spiritual chains. But when we are blessed, all their sorcery, all their chains can never work against Biafra. So I'm going to read from the word of God, Numbers chapter 23, verse from 19 to where I will stop. It says, God is not a man that he should lie. God has sent our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. He was born because of this project, and God can never lie. God will bring it to pass. If God be for us, who can be against us? All the saboteurs put together, all the Nawodo, all the Yorubas, all the Fulani, all the Britain, all the gang up put together, they cannot be against us. If God be for us. That is one message I want to send to our people. God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should repent. Has he said and will not do, or has he spoken and will not make it good? Behold, I have received a command to bless. He has blessed, and I cannot reverse it. No curse against Biafra that can stand. God has blessed Biafra, and it stands forever. He has not observed iniquity in Biafra. God has not observed iniquity in Biafra, nor has he seen wickedness in Biafra. The Lord, Biafran God, is with Biafra, and the shout of the king is among Biafrans. God brings them out of Nigeria. He has strength like the white ox. God has strength. He has the strength. He has strengthened the hand of Nnamdi Kanu. He has strengthened the hand of Uchemefo, the hand of George ONYIBE, and all the IPOB members and all the genuine Biafrans. God has strengthened our hand to take what belongs to us. For there is no sorcery against Biafra. No matter where they go and do sorcery, no matter the divination, incantation, spiritual chains, against Biafra, it shall not stand. It now must be said of Biafra and of Biafra, oh, what God has done.
what God has done. Look, a people rises like a lioness. I want to tell Biafra, you are a lion. Biafras, do not look for anybody's sympathy. Do not look for anybody's sympathy. The first told the Galatians, who has bewitched you? Biafrans, you are lions. Do not look for anybody's sympathy. Stand and take what belongs to you. And it lifts itself up like a lion. It shall not lie down until it devours the prey. The Bible says that the lion turns back for no one. So I cast out a spirit of fear, spirit of timidity from every Biafran. Biafrans, you are lions. You are lionesses. Take what God has given you. Do not look for any sympathy from Yoruba or from Fulani, from anybody. Stand with God and take what God has given us. And the Bible says, and drinks the blood of the slain. That is what God has said about Biafra. And then again in Isaiah chapter 45 verse 22, it says 22, a just God and a Savior, there is none beside me. Look to me and be saved, you Biafrans, all you ends of Biafra, for I am God and there is no other. I have sworn by myself, the word has gone out of my mouth in righteousness. The word has gone out through our leader Nandi that I must restore my kingdom. Kingdom of Biafra is the kingdom of God. The word has gone out, and God is not a man, he cannot lie. And so God has spoken, and so shall it be, and shall not return. That in me, every Biafra shall bow. Every Biafran tongue shall take an oath. He shall say, surely in the Lord I have righteousness, and say, in the Lord, God Almighty, there lies our strength. If God be for us, no one, no saboteur, no gang up from the pit of hell can be against us. God is our strength. We take our strength from God. To him men shall come, and all shall be ashamed who are incensed again. I tell you, everyone who say Biafra shall not come, who say I will work against Biafra, they all shall be ashamed. That is the word of God this morning. In the Lord, all the descendants of Israel, which are Biafrans, shall be justified and shall glory. This morning, Lord God Almighty, I sprinkle all our radio stations, right from our mother station, Radio Biafra London, the blood of Jesus Christ. I sprinkle Radio Biafra Extra, the blood of Jesus Christ. I sprinkle South Africa, the blood of Jesus Christ. I sprinkle the blood of Jesus Christ of Radio Biafra USA 1 and 2, even Radio Biafra outside, Middle East. I sprinkle all the blood of Jesus Christ, even our leader, Nandi Kanu, the deputies, all the radio anchor. I sprinkle the blood of Jesus Christ. The Bible says, in God, our righteousness and our strength, by the blood, every defilement, every pollution, every contamination, every transit of God in all these mediums. Therefore, radio is our mouthpiece. Therefore, by the blood, we are sanctified. Therefore, radio is sanctified. The word that comes from Biafra radio is powerful. Every word that comes from Radio Biafra shall stand. By the blood of Jesus Christ, I redeem our land Biafra from the hand of Nigeria. By the blood of Jesus Christ, every Biafra is sanctified. Our sins are forgiven. Our iniquities are removed. Our transgressions are removed. Biafra, there is no iniquity found in you from God. Therefore, Biafra, I bring you out from the pit of hell, from the kingdom of darkness. I bring you to God's kingdom where there is no hurt, no destruction. Therefore, today, I pass a decree because by the blood we have been sanctified. Anyone that raises his hand to kill any brother, that death I send it back to them. In the name of Jesus Christ, but for the Bible said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Therefore, anyone that arises to touch a Biafran or to kill a Biafran, I command that death from today, they begin to experience it. In the name of Jesus, I pull out Biafra land from Nigeria today. By this decree, I bring down all the saboteurs. Even all the people in Baka and all them, they all belong to the kingdom of darkness. Therefore, they have no part in Biafra. All of them, by the power of God, I decimate them. today in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. And let the hand of our leader now be strengthened in righteousness and in strength in the Lord, and so shall it be. In Jesus' mighty name, I have prayed. He said,
Hello, my bishop. Good morning. Oh God, my God will surely bless you. Good morning. My name is Akanimo. Akanimo is calling from ONYIBE. ONYIBE is Biafra land. Thank you. Good morning, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom. As our people have to understand, for those that call themselves men of dogs or whatever they call, the time has gone for them, because this is not the time that they will always come out and tell her. They should reveal things to another person. So we want to pass a message to their sender, maybe their master or whatever, and giving them the morale that they're coming out to receive our people. We are past that. We have gone that side. We don't pass that level. So maybe today, let them keep on doing what they are doing. What I want to tell my people is that we continue to do what we are doing. They cannot distract us, no matter how they do. They can never distract. They will not bring us back again. Because we have known all this, their secret, everything that they have been doing, all this why? To make sure that we remain in bondage. But thank God for Mazi, whom God has been using to open our eyes. I will now begin to see clearly. So they have nothing to do that will make us stay where we are before. So Mazi, thank you for your program. And I want to send a message to my people all over for ONYIBE there, for the man that say this is the governor of our state. We have had the information that this Alamajidi and the them, because that's why according to them, all of them, they are now packing there, doing their secret meeting. We want to tell them, well, we know what is going on there. If Udom will be there, and the people will now go in there, deceiving him, giving him money or whatever, they are sweet tongued, and you now begin to rise against the people. I want to tell them that we have known everything that is going on there. And for the better of him, it's better for him now to reject whatever thing they will offer him that will make him to rise against his people, his own brothers. That is the message I want to send across him. I know that some people are listening to this morning program, maybe the people that are close to him. We know things that is going on there. We had the information that this emirs now, they are now, everything meeting that have been doing is now in ONYIBE, because that area is, according to me, the area is now cool. Nobody is disturbing them there. So they are going there, doing their secret meeting, and at the same time, trying to confuse the people there so that they will not accept what we are doing. We must continue. We know all these things. We must continue. So my message to my people there is that everybody should rise up and do the needful. For my brothers over there, those even in the diaspora, rise up, they do the needful. Come and join IPOB. So that those things that will fall on us, we will now tackle them now and put the end to this mess. Thank you, my brother. May God bless you.
Thank you. Our people must understand. It's as simple as ABC. Call on the line, your name and where you calling from.
Mazi, good morning, sir.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Ifedri Tukwokeke from Isofia in Anambra province. I'm calling from Netherlands. my first time of calling Radio Biafra. Although I'm always a caller in every station. My brother, I've been always hearing, I follow your program all the time. I always like to contribute my own idea. In everything we do, yes, we know there's God. And everything we do, we human beings, God has created us to help ourselves in everything we want to. We have in plans. So, my brother, you are one of the lions, even me too here. Sometimes we not until somebody talk, we'll know who is who. I always like the way you talk to our people. I'm always following your line, your program. God bless you. And also, I pray that our leader, Mazi, will continue in strength to strength. God will give him strength to strength, power to power, wisdom to wisdom to pilot this movement until we get to our final destination. All the principal officers, may God guide them and protect them. Mazi, I'm always pray that these people that continue saying our BSS, every Biafrans are BSS. Our leader have put it in place before. We are all BSS, side of Israel. We are all Mossad. If we want to imitate Israelis, we have to do like them as well. We don't have to be talking. That is number one. Whatever we want to do, we do it accordingly. Not broadcast talking on the phone. People can talk on the phone. When the time comes to do, they cannot do. They cannot do anything. Just they have time to call on telephone, block everybody. But one thing is sure. Ike Chukwu and me, we are one of the volunteer soldiers. No matter what happens, if I didn't fight for Biafra, my son will fight for Biafra. My father is 100 and something years. The then gun that he takes fight for Biafra is still there. And my fear cannot let me touch my father then gone. Even now, he's still talking about Biafra. What about me? Oh, my God. My brother, we must fight this fight and get our Biafra. All those saboteurs, even if we want, they have planted what they call it spies. Nigerian government has planted spies in Biafra land. We too have to plant that spies to those saboteurs in Biafra land. First of all, taking them down, not for talking. This I'm mad of hearing people talking. We bring them down. We Biafrans, we have to make that our own plan secretly and bring them down and form our BSF. Let it. They say they are arresting them. Let they arrest them. Let they come to a Biafra and arrest them. What of the people that have their own Islamic law and this Miatiala police and the other things? They don't arrest them. Let us form our own. Our own is already there. Biafra BSS, we must get our land back, whether they like it or not. Continue. You always making our people spirit high. If me alone, believe you me, if they say Nigeria will die today, let them die. And nobody will pray for Nigeria again. We only, if we are Biafra, pray for Biafra. And Israelis, when they're building temple, their gun is on their right side. Their ear is on the Palestinian. If they hear anything, they leave the temple and kill all of them. Because we cannot continue praying without action. Thank you, Mazi ONYIBE. Bye-bye.
Thank you. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller,
yes, my brother. Good morning.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good morning, my brother. Good morning, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you all. Greet our able leader, Mazi and all the deputy members of IPOP all over the world. My name is Kenneth, and the people I'm coming from Obodo, local government of Cross River State, the land of Biafra. Right now, I'm calling from Lebanon. As already said it all. this media we have to do the needful. Whatever you know you are capable to do as a Biafran, do it. This fight is not for our leader alone. This fight is for everybody. As for Biafrans all over the world. And in Cross River State and Akwa Ibom, like I hear my brother is saying that they are coming there to make their meeting. So they see that that place is very calm for them to come. Let them continue to come and stay and make the meeting. When the time comes, they will know where they are. And also some of our governors, like in Cross River State, in Akwa Ibom, I don't know their reaction over there. I don't know how they do their own ruling and the power. Because I see that side is very quietly. There's nothing they cannot say anything concerning about this issue of our freedom. So I don't know what is their problem. Whether they still belong to one Nigeria, whether they still believe that Cross River and Akwa Ibom is not Biafran, I don't know. So I think this is what it is their main aim, that maybe Akwa Ibom and Calabar is not a Biafran land. Let them not stay there and deceive themselves. Right from the beginning, Akwa Ibom and Calabar is the land of Biafra. No matter whatever they are there doing, let them not think it like that. So even our governors, our senators, councillors, everything that they are there, they are doing, I know they are sleeping, but when it comes, it will land upon their head. So let them wake up and do the needful. Let them, the Hausa and Fulani, they should not deceive them and carry them away. This is our time, and nobody can stop us. Nobody can stop us on this planet Earth. So I urge my brothers and sisters all over the world, lovers of freedom, do the needful. Whatever you have, do it. And prepare. Or even na granite seed, even na fry corn, even na fresh corn, buy them. Keep them closer to yourself. When it happens, we'll know where we're going. So, my brothers and sisters, don't give up. Continue to be strong. And we are going there. And nobody can stop us. So I thank all God Almighty for the Biafrans all over the world for keeping us safely and continue to bless us with our able leader and for all the great work that people are doing for us. Without Radio Biafra, many of us, we don't know our left and right. It's only Radio Biafra can tell us the truth. It is education. It is like a Bible for us. So, my brothers and sisters, don't give up. Continue to do the needful.
Thank you very
so
much.
That we'll get our country. A country that we call our own. A country that our generation will come to see and live freely. So, thank you so much, brothers of freedom. God bless you.
We must continue. Yes, caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, my fellow Biafrans. Good morning, my African race. My name is Ikeda Chukwu from Isalamba, not in Imo State, Okigwe Province. My dear brother, I want to thank you and my leader, my deputy leader, for what you people are doing, marvelous things you people are doing for us, Biafrans. As you people dedicate your life, everything you have to save us. May God Almighty protect you people, save you people, protect your families, and make you to see Biafra and beyond Biafra in the name of Yeshua Shaman I have prayed. My dear, what you have been saying is true. Our saboteurs, our enemies are very close to us. But we are telling them that they are the fuel that is fueling us. Because when we see them, we try to pattern our energy to achieve what we have. They thought they would stop us. We are not a weak place. This is what they did during the time of Noah, when God told them to build an ark. They sabotaged God too much. They even go to the ark and begin to shit, use it as a toilet. But God used them also to clean that shit they have poured on Noah's ark.
They stop all their effort. They did not stop the Noah. When the day came, the Noah entered into his ark, and all of them saw it and cried. So shall they cry when they will see Biafra. The word of God says, surely they will gather. But so long as they are gathering in front of the Lord, it shall not stand. So the plans of Biafra restoration shall never stand. There are people clamoring for Apostle and the Biafra. You know they are greedy people. They want to die in the oil. Oil will kill them. So they want to take that Biafra because they know that without all those oil, they are very lazy. They can't do anything. That is why they are hand-bent and are taking Biafra and the Calabar side. So that is why they are going there, teaching them, and that is why that IYC animal came up and say that they will beat up any info. If he's beat up any info, he's beating himself because he's an indigent. So he's beating his mother, he's beating everything that concerns him. He's beating down his children. Any saboteur that is sabotaging this glaring call, let me tell you, your enemies cannot love you. Those people you are sabotaging your people for cannot love you. You are exhausted to them because they will say, as you sabotage your people, so you will also sabotage them. So they will keep you at a distance. After dealing with your people that you have sabotaged with, they will not deal with you mercilessly. They will deal with you more than they have dealt with your people that you sabotage them. So be careful and rise up now. Every Biafran should rise up now. Let us join our hands and liberate ourselves from this chain that an enemy has used. So let us, everyone rise up and do the needful. Our mothers, please rise up. Our mothers, don't sleeping, rise up. Biafra land mothers, let us rise up and do the needful. Don't hide under your kitchen. Don't hide under your husband's bed. Rise up. Let us take up the bull by the horn. At times when things are too difficult, it is us women that will come out and say, this is what you want. We are the mothers that born those children that are killing. Those mothers, those children that are walling down every day. We are the mothers that born them. We are they that carried them for 9 months, went to the neighbor ward and suffered and brought them up. And you see them killing them for no just cause. Therefore, let us rise, all mothers in Biafra land. Let us rise and do the needful. Rather than our leader, so that our nation, our beloved nation, we love, we cherish, that our people have blessed for, shall be achieved. Thank you, Mazi ONYIBE. May Elohim continue to guide you, protect you and your family, grant you more knowledge and wisdom, good health, so that you will do this work that the Lord has bestowed upon your hand. Thank you. May God bless you in the name of Yeshua.
You see, yes, call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Call on WhatsApp.
Hello.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Hello, Judge ONYIBE. Good morning.
Good morning from here.
Yeah. Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, Onyendu. Good morning, Mazi Chembefo. Good morning, everyone. Mazi ONYIBE, just few things can check right? One thing in my own observation, but ihe gbasara security ndị Yoruba, right? I am absolutely happy if I'm correctly. It makes it so easy and simple for our Biafran people who are still saying, oh, they are Nigerians, and they don't know, some people, they don't know where they belong, whether they belong to Yoruba or they belong to Biafra. Now, they have demarcated. They knew their own. Omoteke
did not carry Bayelsa. He didn't carry Benin people. And the idiot about Benin Yoruba is coming to tell Wike that they are Yoruba. Go ahead, my sister.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. This network. So at least it made it easy for us, for people who are still on they haven't decided if I'm for Yoruba or if I'm for Biafra. Now these people, they have taken their own people because they still retain the history, the history. They know the demarcation between Biafra and so doing this their omoteke or whatever they call it. I might not pronounce it well. At least the area, the boundary they are protecting is their Yoruba boundary. So for those who are like in Benin and the other stuff, I have been following you since yesterday. There's a lady who spoke yesterday regarding the name of Benin before they name it Benin and those stuff, So, God. Hello?
Coming out loud and clear. Go ahead. You are on. You are on. Go ahead. The world is listening. And of course, that is the problem. We must continue. I will advise you to stop cutting off. Go ahead. You are on. But I understand the epileptic network there. Our people must understand Biafrans across the globe. Our destination is simple. We want to go home. You must understand the role these saboteurs, this enemy play among us. Don't just know them. Find out who they are. Find out who sent them. Find out what their mission is. Find out everything. Because we will fight to the end. Until Biafra is restored, we will not stop. We will not compromise. We will not negotiate with them. Of course, our people will wake up. It's almost dawn. It's almost a new dawn. But the rain will beat everybody. That is the truth. Both big and small. Both those who are hiding their children in diaspora. The rain will beat us. All of us. And then Nigeria will be burnt down. From her arches, let a new breed of Yoruba nation rise. Let Hausa be free permanently from the Fulani. And let Fulani go back to the Futajalo mountain from where they came. And then let Biafra be free. This is all we ask for. But as we were in the beginning, that we might also be that way in the end. Sincere apology to those of you who cannot take their call at this moment. And I appreciate those of you who are able to call in and make positive contribution, I must say. We are going home. Do not be distracted. Do not be deterred. Focus. What you have to do now is talking. There was time nobody was talking. Now we are talking. And while we are talking, you get ready because very soon it will become shooting. This is just how it works. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
The Bible clearly shows where the true Israelites are and where the Messiah is going to gather his people. Judah, he's going to gather from the four corners of the earth. But the other tribes, he will gather from beyond the rivers of Cush in Africa.
Like a candle in the night that came and blew us away.
And like a thief in the night that came and stole it away.
We've been in the bondage for so long. We need a light.
All the Biafrans should stand up, rise up for your freedom.
It's a freedom song.
Freedom song.
And together we save our land. Yeah, no. Freedom song. And together we save our land.
Yeah.
From our religion, believe and nature, culture, now we are no one. So no more breathing, so we gotta go.
Our tradition is live and let's live, but they are killing us now with this.
See this land is spin, we need a red and black to it to make it work out. We need to be like
Gentlemen, we fighting for our freedom, so you gotta stand up, searching for the garden of Eden. We are freedom fighters, light of the lighter. We fight to live, everybody stand up, fight for your freedom.
So tell the people, tell the world, tell the nation, let them know we are trying.
Many people are dying. Oh, our children need sin.
How long are we gonna live by this? Yeah. We are fighting for the future of the children, the hope of the rising sun. Yeah.
We will keep on believing and fighting to the end of time, because we want.
Hey, Babylon them workers of iniquity, brutality them can never see. The rising of the sun.
The futures of tomorrow, now give them the strength they need. Yeah. Freedom song, freedom, 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 and together we save our land.
We need that freedom song,
freedom song, save our land. Freedom song, and together we save our land. Freedom song, and together we save our land. Together forever, freedom song, and together we save our land.
Fight for our pride.
Freedom song, and together we save our land.
Oh, freedom song,
freedom song, freedom song,
Save our land.
Deliver me, I wanna live forever.
Fight for your right.
Deliver me, I wanna live forever.
Fight for your right.
Yeah, this is another day.